Welcome back to Attredidon Gaming with your hosts, Corey
and Travis. And it's not Travis's cursor.
Yeah. Hey, it's been a while. We're back at Dark Souls, and so you might notice. Where are we? Let's see. There's Kyle. There's Scrunchy.
I beat the game with Scrunchy.
Oh, you beat the game with Scrunchy?
Yeah.
Travis has now beaten Dark Souls. He has joined the club.
Night, 8 a.m.
You might notice there's also a Kyle 2 and a Kyle 3. We're going to be playing as Kyle 3 now. What happened to the other two Kyles? We lost a bunch of video data from Kyle 1. We still don't know where the fuck it went. It just kind of vanished.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, that's okay. I'll just start playing again with a new file. And I played Kyle 2. But then I forgot what I was doing and just started playing and played a bunch of plot points that, like, you guys technically wouldn't have seen. So I had to start over again. So we're back. We have Kyle 3. I haven't done anything.
He's better.
We're just
He's
here.
Stronger.
Yeah. Also, we're going to do a different thing. Instead of doing a...
Magical Swordsman.
Yeah, we're going to do a Dex Faith build because I feel like it. So, yeah.
You need sorcery when you have the Lord.
Got some humanity.
Alright, so let's talk to...
Dude bro over here?
Kringle Bunt Mr. Soggy Pants.
Yeah, he's in a bad mood.
Perpetually.
Yeah.
His name, at least given by the community, is Crestfallen Warrior.
And indeed, he has his crest is fallen.
Oh, it's fallen.
We have here. You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the Undead Asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out.
Thanks.
There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the Undead Church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead.
Okay, so let's... I want to recap.
Little does he know he wheeled a marvelous haircut.
Let's recap. So, we were in prison, in this place where they heard undead people. This guy gave me a key to let me out. This is making everyone dizzy.
And we fought our way out.
Until we talked to a dude who was like, I'm dying, but can you carry on my mission? My mission is this vague-ass prophecy. Ring the Bell of Awakening, and the secret of the undead will be revealed. Evidently, that's the thing we care about. I guess we care about the secret of the undead. I guess there is a secret of the undead. And then we fought a demon. And then a crow picked us up and dropped us off here.
There's that crow.
Yeah, he stuck around. And then we talked to this guy, and he's like, the 2 bells of awakening, the prophecy was shit. So already we have some reason.
That just means there's more details.
I guess, but right off the bat, this thing seems contrived, right? Like you show up, it's like there's bells, go ring them, and something will happen.
Although here's a thing I noticed. I actually wrote an article about this for a website called the Fangirl Initiative. This game is like Zelda, the first Zelda game in a lot of ways, in that, like, you sort of ask, like, why am I here? Why are there, like, random dudes handing me swords in places?
I'm gonna go fight some stuff while you're talking.
And so some of the game does seem a bit contrived, like, oh, how nice, there are 2 bells you have to ring, and then a thing happens. But, like, where Dark Souls is weird is that part of it is gamey in that it's like you kill things to collect items and you get souls. But part of it's super realistic. Like, this seems like a very realistic setting. And, you know, this isn't exactly like a children's game. You know, it's more adult. It can handle those sort of realities.
Well, I've gone back and forth on... I've gone back and forth on how gamey I think Dark Souls is. Because my initial thoughts was that Dark Souls was, like, the least gamey game ever. Because there's explanations for, like... I can't remember if we talked about this in the last episode, but like there's an explanation for why you appear back at like save points when you die. Like it's not just a gaming convention, and there's all kinds of things that aren't explained to you because why would you know them at all?
Yes.
But then other times this seems very gamey to me with things like, oh, I'm trying to think of a good example right now.
You have a health bar.
Well, yeah, but that's just... I'm assuming that doesn't actually exist in the game universe. That's just like a...
Yeah, there's not a floating health bar to his top left at all times.
God, I would love... I'm trying to remember. I think... Has there ever... Oh, that got me. Has there ever been a game with, like, it's acknowledged that, like, no, you have... Well, I guess games with, like mech suits. It's like...
Well,
it's like
also...
heads-up display in the suit.
Borderlands, the menu is a part of the game. Like, you have... specifically Borderlands 2, your menu is, like... You can bring up your menu from, like, your wrist device, whatever it is. And your respawning is also explained in that game as your body's being cloned.
Right. They do that in BioShock too, I think, without ever really explaining.
Yeah.
We might have talked about this in the last episode too. All right, kill some stuff.
I'm gonna get that item that very obviously.
Well, it's fine. I have an order to how I do this shit. Did you start a timer?
Duh. I'm totally not setting one right now.
Lost Undead. Let's read. Let's go through some items while we're here. God, I've been playing Dark Souls 3, and I need to like get used to these mechanics again because it's a little different. I'm gonna assume we read through all of this. Did we read Humanity? Yeah. All right. I think actually, do we need to read through anything? I don't think so. I think we've already read up on everything.
But it is pretty fundamental that a lot of the game lore comes from item descriptions, oddly enough. The odd thing is, like, how do where do the descriptions come from?
Yeah, there's a gamey thing, right? Like, it's not like it's written on it, you know?
But what we might have mentioned last game is that this game starts at the very end of an age. And if you watch the video at the beginning of the game, explains like how the gods got the souls of lords and how they defeated the dragons and started the Age of Fire. That was like
a long
eons
time ago. Right. That's recent history, or that's like the ancient history. Sorry.
Empires have come and gone.
Yeah, well, that's just the way it is. I haven't played Dark Souls 2, but in Dark Souls 3, it's kind of the same way that you usually
skipped. You monster!
I'm sorry, I just did.
But
yeah. You come in like things are shitty. Like you come in like after things have kind of gone to hell. Like I don't know, this place. What was this place? I know actually kind of what this place used to be. But we're at Firelink Shrine, and like you come over here, and there's dilapidated buildings, and you come in here, and there's some water, and a woman over there with. Is there a child in her arms? Is it some...
Just like baby Jesus.
Yeah, it's some Christ imagery right there. Some, Theotokos and Christ.
Pissed off looking woman holding a baby I've ever seen.
She's just sad. And her face is worn away. But this is probably like a church, I guess, right? Church?
Probably.
Yeah.
Except for the trap door you just walked over. Dun, dun, dun. We'll get to that later.
This guy says more things.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow.
Rude.
Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
Yeah, not only is this guy ultra depressed, but his job is to make you depressed as well. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Restoring your humanity. Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I never do it, is to kill everything undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
Alright.
Interestingly, and you might know more about this than I do, but I don't think he actually does kill anyone. He sort of like creepily says he won't. But I'm not sure he ever actually does. But I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking you.
Stuff later.
Stuff later.
Yeah.
Now, what are you looking at?
Oh.
Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
And anything else?
Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the Undead Church.
Oh, thank you.
But the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the Undeadburg through the waterway.
That's that right
The
there.
other bell is back down below the Undeadburg, within the plague-infested Blight Town.
Which is literally the worst.
Before I step foot in that cesspool.
Agreed.
Yeah, Blighttown sucks. Also interesting thing. He also mentioned that I'm not the first to come through here, so I'm not the first to try out this prophecy. There have been others.
Bloody hell! What is this now? You ask too many questions.
Well, I'm sorry. There's a lot of things to ask. Giant fucking crow dropped me off.
I'm not up.
I think at this point his...
Is he run out of things?
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
We can level up. I haven't actually done that yet.
Alright, leveling. Let's discuss leveling. So we're doing a Dex Faith build. Obviously, we're going to boost Faith and Dexterity. That's pretty straightforward.
Yes.
But about leveling, so see where it says souls, and then we have 2800. It says required souls. Every time you level, that required souls goes up.
Yeah.
And the number it goes up by will also go up. So the more you level, the more souls you'll need to get to keep leveling.
Alright.
That sometimes gets to be a challenge. I mean, when I beat the game just last night, I think I leveled up right after, and it took me over 60,000 souls to level up.
Diminishing returns on leveling. Or at least not diminishing returns, but like steeper costs per, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to boost my strength by 1, just so because there's some weapons that I might not be able to wield if I don't have enough strength for it. Endurance by 1, because endurance is like the ultimate stat in Dark Souls 1. It's how much stamina you have, your equipment load, it boosts bleed resistance, which doesn't matter all that much, but it's nice. And my faith by 1, so I can cast some spells.
Endurance also increases that green bar, and that green bar also determines how many times you can block.
Well, that's your stamina.
Yeah. So it's like blocking takes stamina.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying. So yeah, having high stamina for certain bosses, really, really nifty.
Ooh, I'm gonna want more attunement slots eventually.
Yeah, attunement is basically how many spells you can equip at a time.
Not right now, though.
And
cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I think there's a friend over here to talk to. Where are we at on time?
Time is an illusion, Corey, and I totally started the timer.
Okay.
When I was supposed to.
Did you?
Sure.
Okay, this one might go slightly long. We might have to. Maybe we'll talk to him, and we'll go on a loot run, and then we'll call it an episode.
Okay.
All right. Hello. I too possess excellent hair. Nice to actually. I do not look good. Let's see if I can. Not a lot. Can I? Yeah. This guy's oddly calm.
You're like if the Joker needed his own Joker to instill the same fear into him as he instills into others.
This is not a good look.
He'd call you.
Anyway.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted.
Nope.
I am Petrus of Attredidon. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance.
Are you more than one?
Possible.
Was that the royal we?
Is that the royal we? Yeah. He's
Nice.
talking without his mace. I don't know.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Thank you.
I wish we still had tokens of peace.
Harkadurka.
You take my portion of this Pop-Tart as a peace token.
Coin made of copper. Its face shows Old Man McCloyf, god of medicine and drink. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency in souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. So even though we've escaped from the asylum, we're still kind of like in undead land. Like there's a world out there. I wonder, can I get to the edge here? I can kind of see the edge. There's a world far out there. You can actually see the outer wall.
Go down. Look down. Is that where the end happens within those walls?
No, I think that's...
Oh, that's city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You can see the outer wall, and out beyond that is, you know, the world
Mountains
of men.
And stuff and trees.
Yeah. So
and shrubberies.
we're still
little rivers.
Hey, secret. Yeah, we're still cast outs.
And commerce.
Also, it mentioned Old Man Meloif, god of medicine and drink. Was it?
Which is interesting, in that medicine and drink are sort of equated with the same personality.
Well, doesn't... No, Bacchus is just wine. He's not medicine, and Apollo is medicine, but not wine. Okay. But this is not a god that we've heard about before. So there are more gods than what we heard about originally?
Yes. So there are more than the three, which are, the three that we see in the beginning. Or, actually, four.
No? Well...
Technically four.
Well...
Don't forget the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
But it's interesting, because neither the Witch of Izalith nor the pygmy is referred to as a god in the whole game. They're never referred to as gods. Nito is referred to as a god, and Gwyn is referred to as a god.
That's true, I suppose.
But Witch of Izalith not referred to as a god.
What if god in this game refers more to like a status as opposed to or a function as opposed to a status? Like,
you are not the first person to suggest that. I saw that on Twitter once, or not Twitter, Reddit, and basically they said like if someone were like just being a god means someone worships you like in this world.
Yeah, or like you have dominion over something.
Yeah. Are you gonna talk to me more? I know he does, but...
Oh my.
You again.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway.
Oh.
So what if I were to teach you some miracles?
Thank you.
Would that?
Yes.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Join Covenant. Yes. Wow.
Now let me share my miracles.
I kind of wish joining a religion would do that.
Will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
I can learn a gesture from you. Thank you.
The shrug of not carrying this.
Yes.
My companions own a lady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission.
Undead mission?
We are her defenses, to keep her from harm.
Oh, so undead missions are a thing. Is it the same mission as me? I know it's not, but it could be.
An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Psh, I don't even have that many souls, gouging motherfucker.
I'm afraid that may be difficult, for our missions are sacred.
Okay.
I'm afraid that may be...
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'll buy some stuff for
The
you
effect?
later.
The effectiveness of your miracles depend on your faith. Blah, blah.
Up-a-da-pa-da-pa-da, and then let's go up here and get this, which gives me a shovel. And I come down here.
I wonder, which souls are the ones we're using for currency? Are this the ones that like we've been using for ages and ages? Are they the souls of all the people that have lived for the thousands of years? That
Maybe every time someone's born, a new soul comes into existence.
can a blade of grass possess a soul? This game's lousy with souls. I'm saying.
Well, it says pretty distinctly that the soul is the source of all life. I think soul's the source of all life, whether undead or even hollow. One continues to seek them. If it's alive, theoretically, it has a soul, and you do kill a tree at one point and get its soul. Can I just mow this grass and just get? That would be an awesome mechanic.
Just maybe a bit too Zelda at that point.
Pillage. Cracked Red Eye Orb, which does this. Online play item. Invade another world. Hollows cannot use this item. Defeat the master of the world you have invaded to acquire humanity. The cracked Red Eye Orb allows player to temporarily imitate this ability. Normally limited to the dark wraiths of Kath. Or Kathe? I can't remember. Kath.
Yeah, I think he said his name last night when I beat the game. That's one ending we'll discuss when we get there.
Pillage. Thank you. Morningstar and Talisman. And I got a Homeward Bound. And I got Lloyd's Talisman. So let's see what I got. Lloyd's Talisman. Talisman utilized by Allfather Lloyd's Cleric Knights, who's Allfather Lloyd, to hunt down the undead. Block Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's Cleric Knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. So we have, right now, we have discovered, I think, like, basically like 3 different treatments of the undead. Some of them, like me, are gathered up and sent to the asylum. Some of them, like Dude Bro's mistress up there, wherever he is, are sent on unsacred undead missions, and still others are
just
hunted
for sport.
Yeah, in the outside world. So,
we're also discovering this game actually has multiple storylines to it. Many of them you'll never see the beginning or end of. Some of them you do see the beginning and end of. But,
right.
Like, this world's got a history to it, and the game doesn't need to explain these things to you. Simply by presenting the fact that there is a story is enough. And this here is the story of how Corey hopefully nearly dodged death while he collected various items from a graveyard, very haphazardly organized. And look at this. You're like, you just pick a spot and you just stick the stone in.
Yeah, well, I don't have a lot of souls to lose, so, like, there's a limited amount these guys can do to me right now. They still after me? Probably. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here they come. I don't know if they'll chase me up here. I usually just run back to the bonfire at this point. I don't know if they'll come all the way over here.
It might.
I doubt it.
And...
nope. Hello!
And unfortunately, if they follow you too close to a bonfire, you cannot use that bonfire.
Nah, I think I'll be okay. I might have. Can I? Here.
Alright, give him the old slip. Skeletons hate the old slip.
Got it. I made it. All right. I think that's enough for this episode. Yeah, we had a good time today. Got some stuff, talked to some people, dodged some skeletons.
Alright, so please continue to join us on our journey through Lordran as we play Dark Souls. If you like this video, then like, subscribe, share, comment, donate to charity, call your mother and tell her, maybe shave the word Attredidon on your head, you know, basic things. Either way, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time on Attredidon Gaming. Bye!